wonderful people. Welcome to my space. And in today's lesson, we are looking into 2023 money transformation. When we talk about money transformation, it's if you want to see your finances transform, what should you do? So, in my lesson today, I invite you, welcome, and learn with me. And in today's episode, number one point, if you want to see transformation in your finances, is that you need to have financial goals. Just like we all have all these other goals, like we have spiritual goals, we have weight management goals, we have, goals to even go on a trip or do all these things. You need to have financial goals. So when I'm talking about financial goals, it does not matter where you are in life. Like, for example, somebody in their 20s, they should have a goal of getting a job. And once you get to this job, you start to get serious. You start saving, you want to know what it is that you want to do. But somebody in their 20s, they are probably thinking of how they are going to get that job that they so much desire. And maybe not a specific job, maybe whatever job you get as your first job, hold on to that as you pursue that dream job that you so much desire. Somebody in their 30s, by this time you probably have a career and you start to get serious. You already know, by that you already know whatever it is that you want to become. By this time you need to get on track, start pursuing this career, start becoming somebody who already is well connected together, and you know whatever it is that you want to be in life. Somebody in their 40s, probably by this time you already have a job, you already know what it is that you want to do. If you're a business person, you already starting your business, and maybe probably the business has started picking up. By this time you need to be serious about savings. By this time you want to have your financial independence, you need to have your financial freedom. You start to get to understand your debt status. Do you what kind of debts do you have? If you have debts that you do not necessarily need, you already have a plan of how you are going to clear them out. At age 40, you need to have an emergency fund in place. And at 40, you're also thinking about your retirement. So you've already have plans, how you've set a retirement fund in place, and you start to grow it. You are depositing something in that account every month. So and somebody maybe in their 50s, you've already known what it is you wanted, and you are looking towards your retirement. Probably in your 50s, in your 60s, if you have a business at 50, probably by this time you've cleared your debts, or you are in the last bits of clearing your debts. You already have an emergency fund in place. Your retirement fund is squarely in place. You by this time maybe you already have a home. All these things, we need to have financial goals. So somebody in their 20s and somebody in their 50s, they are not at the same level. Every one of us, at whatever point you are in life, you need to get serious, get to know whatever it is that you need to do. So point number one, have financial goals. Point number two, start converting your incomes into assets. Now that you're working, now that you have a constant income that is trickling in that bank account, remember, now that you're strong, you need to put something aside that will pay you back when your age will be so much gone. You will not be having you won't be as energetic like you are today. So one thing we need to know is that, as I say, we start converting our incomes into assets. You need to know that assets put money into your pocket, while liabilities, they draw money out of your pocket. What do I mean with this? When you take that money, you go buy a piece of land. This land appreciates in value towards the future. When I take this same money, I go for a holiday, and a holiday is good. Remember, that holiday I've enjoyed, but there is no way it's going to pay me towards the future. So we need to have a balance. So my point is, start converting your incomes into assets. How do you do this? Like, as months go by, you put a certain percentage of money aside, and this money is the one that you do convert into assets. What kind of assets? We have treasury bills and bonds. We have stocks. You can venture into real estate. Those who are good in business, if you have a plan to someday be a business person, you already know probably what kind of business you want to start. So put this money aside, and this is what you're going to invest in. And in the future, these assets are going to pay you back. When you buy stocks, you are paid dividends, semi-annually. So every twice in a year, you'll be getting some money that is coming towards from your investments that you did put aside. So bottom line is, if you earn, anytime you earn this money, if you earn some good amount of money, buy these stocks, invest in these ventures that you have interest in every month. And if maybe the amount that is residual, whatever is remaining, is so less or so little that it cannot buy such assets every month, you have that account where you set aside this money, and once you accumulate it for a few months, go ahead and convert this money into an asset. So that's point number 2. And point number 3, get over the fear of investing. Don't hold all your money in your bank account in fear that if you invest, this money might maybe get swallowed, or you may run into losses. Anything seems impossible until it's done. So this fear you're having, get over this fear of investing. Impossibility is just an opinion. Try in a small way. You may be having enough capital to do that business, or enough capital that you can invest, but start in a small way. See it, how it grows. Put effort, put work to it. If you put work to it, it will grow, it will pay you, and in the long run, you'll be the happiest investor. So get over the fear of investing. Point number 4, develop a habit of paying yourself first. What do I mean with this? On your payday, once you receive this money, you put a percentage that you've set aside that goes towards financing these financial goals that you've put aside. You remember our point number 1, we said that have financial goals. Now, to facilitate these goals that you have, you need to put aside some money as the money comes. Every month you receive your pay, or every payday, every time you receive this pay, a particular percentage goes towards financing these financial goals. So what do I mean with this? Put it as a bill, just like you pay all these other bills. You pay your rent, you pay for your groceries, you pay for school fees, all these bills. Just like you meet these bills, bill number one should be to pay yourself first. Pay yourself. So otherwise, if you don't do that, Java is waiting for you, Galito is waiting for you, friends, babies, that's when they'll get sick and they'll come crying to you, and you feel like you're guilty. You have money, so you end up helping other people, but in real sense you are not helping yourself. So to be on the safe side, treat it as a bill. Pay yourself first. Point number 5. Diversify your sources of income. All these goals that you have, the financial goals you have a goal to buy that house, you have a goal to go to that trip, you have a goal to have an emergency fund in place, you have a goal to set up a retirement fund, and you have these other regular expenses that come by every month or every day. For you to comfortably achieve all these goals that you have, there is a need for you to add an extra source of income. And once you get this you add another stream of income, it facilitates quicker or faster acquisition or achievement of these financial goals that you've put aside. So how do you do this? There are many sources of income or streams of income that one can employ. For example, you can start a business. You invest the income you earned, you converted it into assets. You bought some stocks, you bought some shares somewhere, or treasury bills and bonds, and they grow in value. You are paid interest, you are paid dividends, and this adds to your streams of income. When you start a business, you get profits. If you venture into real estate, you have your rent income. So there is a wide range of streams of income that one can venture into, but bottom line is add another source of income. Diversify your sources of income. So bottom line is use your money to make more money, and if you do not have enough money to make more money, use that time that you have to make more money for yourself. Point number 6. Work towards becoming debt-free. Debt is not bad, but debt can also be a hindrance towards towards achieving these financial goals that you've put up there. So what do I mean with this? There is good debt and there is bad debt. If you did take this debt and you bought an asset, or you did take this debt and this debt you invested it in your business such that it added to your working capital, and you are earning from that, you are getting profit from that business, it means that's a good debt. But in other words, or in other cases where one takes this debt and you just bought some stuffs, and now you have to facilitate or pay this debt from your pocket, from your every month pay, it means that debt is eating your money up. Whereas whatever money you are using to pay this debt, this money should be going towards facilitating achievement of your financial goals. So what do I mean with this? So check your debt status, and once you check your debt status, If it's a good debt, well and good. Let it continue helping you do business or facilitating you to make even more money. But if it's not a good debt, it's a bad debt, you need to have plans of how you are going to clear out that debt. So plan to become debt free. But for good debt, the business debt, the debt that is facilitating you acquire more assets, that's a good debt. But for bad debt, have plans to clear out that debt. Do a debt detox, We do all these other detox. Now, in this case, we are doing a debt detox, It's not a must that you have this debt. If it's not, only borrow when necessary, and also shop around when you are going for that debt. There are many shops that are selling money, so don't just get to any shop, or any lender. Go to that lender that gives you best terms in terms of interest is affordable, it's not exorbitant, The repayment period also is good for you, like you are able to pay the loan installment and do life, meet all these other everyday goals, and put aside some money that goes towards your savings. So next point number 7, plan to have money dates. On a regular basis, call yourself on a date with your money. Assess your status. You did set these financial goals. You do have a plan to clear off your debt. You have set out all these goals and you've called them by their names. You need to have regular money dates where you assess your performance. Remember, what gets measured gets done. So you need to track your performance such that you are able to do to have corrective measures where necessary, and also you're motivated when you see, like, you started from 0 during your first month, but by the time you're on your third month, you are this percentage up towards achieving your goal. Even if you are at 10%, remember, you've come all this way. You've come this far towards achieving your goals. So during your money date, these are the activities that shall be taking place on your money date. Point number 1, track your spending. Track your spending and assess yourself. How are you faring on? You have this budget that you did set aside, that this amount of money goes to these needs, this goes to towards the savings. So track your spending and assess yourself how you're doing. If there need to be any corrective action, kindly go ahead and implement the same. Point number 2, during your money date, assess all your investments. We said during our point number 2 that convert your incomes into assets. So you've been converting your income into these assets. So you need to track and see how far you've come. See how far you've come with your investments, and this will motivate you. You will have a point to see how you're faring on, if these assets are growing, and get to review what are the terms, what need to be done better. If you need any clarifications, you are able to do so during your money dates. If there is anything that is not going as per the terms or as per what you expected, you are able to take any corrective actions immediately before things get bad. During your money date, point number 3, the number 3 thing that you'll be doing, you'll be analyzing all your accounts. You'll be tracking all your accounts. Like when you're having all these goals, you've put aside money for each and every item, every financial goal that you have. You have a goal to buy a house, you have a goal to start a business, you have a goal that you are even investing towards your education for your children, all these pockets that you have. Now, during this money date, you are going to check and tick and see how you're faring on each and every goal. By so doing, you are able to assess yourself. You are able to gauge yourself. How are you doing? How fast are you going to achieve your goals? And this will help you understand and know whether you're doing well. Also, as you are analyzing your bank statement, you are able to see all the transactions that are happening in your bank statement. All these transactions, are you the one who authorized them? Is there any money or any figure that money went out of your account that you cannot clearly explain where this money went to? When you do this regularly, you are able to follow up, and you are able to take up any collective measures that needs to be done. If you see the rate at which you're moving towards your goals, you are able to know whether you'll be there faster or it will take longer. And thereby it will help you know what collective action you need to take. Also, during your money date, if you have a debt, bring with you these loan statements. Analyze and see how you're faring with your debt or debts, if there are many, and you are also able to follow up the terms which you agreed. Are they being followed to the letter? Are the loans installments spread as per the terms? The correct principal amount, the interest, are the balances correct? Don't trust nobody. Check it. It needs to be checked. It needs to be zoomed in and see that everything is going on well. So come to your money date with your loan statement, and you verify and you see yourself how far you are towards clearing your debt. And also, during this money date, you also analyze yourself. How have your financial terms this far? If the status changed, you got an increment. Remember, during your money date, this is when you effect these changes. And remember, don't effect these changes by upgrading maybe your lifestyle. Take this money towards financing the goals that you did put forward during your point number 1. Thanks so much for listening to me. I'm always happy when you come to this platform, and I welcome you to like this video, comment. Let me also know your feedback. Are you learning something? What is it that you would wish me to cover on these platforms? We can have it in some time to come. Share this video with your friends so that they also get to be informed, and more importantly, subscribe to get notified every time I put forward or I upload a video. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next episode. God bless you.